What is up? So I'm a little sweaty because I was connecting the camper. Woo! So it's just me today, no Sierra. Oh. But I'm going to Navajo State Park down in southern Colorado. It's actually a shared state park between Colorado and New Mexico. So join me along for the adventure. I just stopped off at that gas station to get some ice, and we're heading there now. I'm also a sucker for trying new things, so I decided to try this at a gas station. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. It is pretty gross in my opinion. So yeah, just avoid that. Kind of giving a lot of maybe Red 40 in a soda form vibes. Even in the mountains, there's traffic and stopped vehicles. So I'm starting to enter what was previously Camp Hale. And for those that aren't aware, it was the training center, or the training base, for the 10th Mountain Division back during World War II. What the 10th Mountain Division was over in Germany. There were some key positions that were being held by Germans, and our troops, or the Allied troops in general, weren't up to speed, weren't equipped to climb mountains and ski and everything rock climb, related to mountains. So the Germans didn't have any worry about someone attacking them in these various positions because, they didn't think anyone could get over them. Well, the U.S. had this Camp Hale right here, where they would train on, rock climbing, skiing, maybe dog sledding, whatever the need might be. They had this area to train at, and they got so good that they finally got deployed over to Germany and took the various positions, and honestly took the Germans by surprise, just because they weren't expecting anyone to be there, and all of a sudden you have a whole division of the army attacking you. But this whole valley was filled with railroad tracks and buildings. They had like a theater. They had it was basically a whole city essentially. And so now the only thing left is a little cement structure in the middle. You can see right there. I forget what that building actually is, but that's the only thing that kind of remains. Obviously there's probably buried things here, but it's the only thing that remains in this valley anymore, from that installment back in World War II. Just got to Leadville, up here at 10,200 feet. Alright, so slight update. You might notice I'm wearing a different shirt. This is my changing a tire shirt. So I have this little monitor, and what it does is it tracks tire pressure and temperatures just using a little puck that you attach to the valve stem of a tire. And as soon as I got through Leadville, it started beeping and going off, indicating that one of the tires has low pressure in it. So it has sensors in it, so when you turn on this monitor, it reads whatever tire pressure your tires are currently at, and if it goes, I think if it goes, it's like above by 15% of what it initially started at, or below by 10%, it sounds an alarm to let you know. So it was sounding an alarm that one of the tires had lost that 10%. funny enough, it's the same tire that we've been having, it's the same wheel that we've been having all of our problems with. So there was initially, when I took the camper from Ohio to Colorado, there was a big bubble in that tire. So changed it out there, got to Colorado, took it through a Goodyear warranty. After that tire got replaced, Sierra and I went on our last trip to Steamboat, and you saw the issues that we had there with the blowout. It was the same tire, and now it's saying that I have a low tire pressure with the same tire. So I should be good to go on the rest of this trip. And when I get to the campsite, probably tomorrow, well, I'll get there tonight, but tomorrow morning, I'll inspect the tire, see if maybe I got a nail or something like that. If there's no nail, I'm almost thinking that I might have an issue with the valve stem. So I might, once I get back here, take it to a local tire shop and see if they can maybe, inspect it and change out the valve stem if needed. So it's all part of the fun of owning a camper, but that's why you have spares. It's a little windy today. These flags are straight across. Get some dust right here too. Whew. I mean, look at it. Jeez. A tree even. Can't tell if it's smoky or rainy up ahead. So, fun fact, I am currently in the largest valley in the US. So you got mountains on that side, and through the mist, haze, whatever it is, you can kind of see mountains on that side too. I forget what valley this is. Editor Zane can input that right now. But it's the biggest valley in the whole US, which is kind of interesting. It's also where the Great Sand Dunes National Park is, kind of underneath some of those clouds right there. Sierra and I have been to that one time, and it was really cool. We didn't stay a whole long time, but we at least got to check it out and see what it was like and go from there. So highly recommend if you get the chance. This sky is unbelievably beautiful right now. Cool elk statue on the top of this. Buffalo. Big RV resort down there. Oh my God. Stretches that whole little valley. Jeez. Currently going up Wolf Creek Pass. Said 10 miles to the summit, so we'll see what this is all about. You can see 3 miles ahead, 7% grade. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Out of all the passes I've been on. Also, if you look directly left, you have some pretty great views. I think the steepest pass I've been on is west of Carbondale on the way to Kebler Pass. Is a pretty gnarly, I think it's like 8 or 9% up one of the ways and then 7% down the other way. That one's pretty steep, but this good old truck can handle it. Looks like there's some kind of ski resort up here. I don't know what one it is. Let me see. Wolf Creek ski area, it says. Huh. That's pretty cool. Looks like they got a couple ski lifts, a couple chair lifts. I don't know what you consider them. All right, here we are at the top, heading down now. You gotta do two things as you're going up and down these mountain grades. You gotta, number one, pay attention to yourself and stay on the road. But obviously, number two, gotta watch out behind you, because if semis are coming and they're smoking, they're probably heading for one of these things. Runaway truck ramp. There's two on this pass. Looks like that's the first one. Yeah, if you look in your rear view and you see a smoking semi coming up pretty quick on you, get out of his way, because he can't stop, and your vehicle probably isn't going to make him either. Look at this. Oh my God. Got 54 minutes left on the drive. Not a bad view. Keep passing these bikers with chase vehicles behind them. I don't know what it's about. I'll have to look it up. I think one of them said race across America or something. These are kind of cool. Like little, almost like igloos or yurts. I don't know if it shows up on video, but there's Chimney Rock in the sunset. I'm actually going to be hiking to that tomorrow. It's just a short hike, nothing too crazy, so. Here we are. Over here in Navajo State Park. I just opened the window so you can see, or the blinds so you can see a little bit. You can see that flag in the tent blowing. It is pretty dang windy right now. But yeah, I wanted to come on here and give an update on how my day's going. So woke up today pretty late, actually. Went to bed super late last night. I was talking with Sierra for a little bit, and then talking with my brother for a little bit. Just catching up. Woke up today a couple different times, but then fell back asleep. And when I finally got up, it was like probably 10:30 or so. So got a pretty late start to the day. And then one of my coworkers texted me saying that there's a like today's a community day, I guess, for Pokemon Go. And what that means is there's a special Pokemon that, you know, spawns more often, and there's a couple bonuses that comes with it as well. So I spent the first part of the day walking around catching a bunch of those. Just got back, making myself some lunch, and then after lunch I might relax for a little bit and then head out to go on the lake. Brought a paddleboard with me, so there's a beach a little bit a ways, so I'll probably go over there and swim around for a little bit. But it is hot. The temperature in here says, so a lot of numbers. So this is the inside temperature of the camper, so 76 degrees. It actually feels pretty good in here. That seems kind of hot, but it's not too bad. And then outside is 100. So woohoo! And then this is the fridge, or sorry, this is the freezer, and then this is the fridge. So just helps monitor those temperatures over there. I get service here, which is nice. So like I said, I was able to call my brother and Sierra yesterday. Sierra has a wedding today, which is why she's not here with me. So sad face there. By the way, this is the Pokemon that has the community for it. It's called Frigibax. And I also got some shiny versions of it. And on one of these, I even got a cool little background, like a special background that shows for it. I gotta find it. Ah, right here. Ta-da! So update, I didn't paddleboard. I've been exhausted for most of the day, probably catching up on sleep. So now I'm about to go on a little drive, check out the area instead. She's a little bumpy, but that's okay. see if I can find my way back up there. I don't really want to go in that, so I'll go around. Well, that was fun. Now I have to go back to the camper and get my wallet, then head into town and fill up the truck for tomorrow. All right, keys secured. Now to go fill up. All right, we're filled up. Heading out. Supper has been had. Sitting by the fire. Got a nice little sunset over there. There's the moon. What's up? Good morning, everyone. Slept great last night. So I just got done with breakfast. I just washed the dishes as well. We switched to paper plates recently. That has been a game changer. So less dishes to wash is always better. So yeah, about to go get a shower and then pack up and head out. Pretty good camping trip though overall. It's a pretty nice park. I enjoyed it a lot. And there were a ton of other people here too, which was nice too. Just to feel that like community a little bit. Big old voltage toy hauler. Looks like he's gonna dump or fill up. So yeah, got about 5 hours to the rest stop that I normally dump at. And hopefully it's a smooth trip.